Hello and welcome to Zink TV, the community access channel for the High Peak and Derbyshire Dales. I'm James.
And I'm Sandra. In this edition we're going to be finding out about Zink's Community Eco Cafe, a local mediation service, and how you can volunteer in this year's Buxton Fringe Festival.
First off, we're going to take a look at the progress being made in Zink's Eco Community Cafe. Here's Jane to tell us more.
So Zink Cafe opened just loosely in October last year when we started just doing some light snacks just to see how things progressed. And then later on in the year we started to do a two-course meal for people. It's a two-course meal, it's a hot meal and with a drink, and it's £5. And people from all walks of life, everybody is welcome. And that started to go really well. We've kind of gone up from doing about 15 to around an average of about 65 at the moment on a Friday. The sitting is from 12 until we run out of food, which is usually around 3:30, 4 o'clock. We have a full price, a member's price, and a service user's price. So if you have a food parcel in a given week, you get a little voucher in the parcel. It's very discreet and very similar to the members' cards. And you can come and have a meal with how many people are in the parcel on a Friday, or you can come for a light snack on a Tuesday or a Wednesday. And that can be like toasties or bacon butties or cake and coffee or whatever. Or you can come for the full meal on Friday. We also have members rates. So if you're a member or if you're on any benefit, you get a member's card, and that entitles you to half price of everything. So effectively your two-course meal is £2.50, and your snacks and things are somewhere between £1 and £1.50 for your breakfast. And then we also have an ordinary price for anybody who's just coming in off the street, and that's £5 for the two-course meal and drink. It is around about £2.50 to £3 for a breakfast or a toasty or coffee and cake. All of these things include a drink. And we also have a pay it forward scheme where if you feel that you want to, you can pay for a meal for somebody who may not be able to afford it, and you pay that double the price that yours would cost, and that will enable us to give a meal to somebody who can't afford one but would like one. So an eco cafe aims to use food that's surplus to the supply chain. It's all in good condition, good quality food. We use Fair Share, we subscribe to them, and we get food weekly. So, I mean, sometimes it can be a steak that would have gone in the bin. It can be 10 steaks that were at Waitrose and, you know, they're on the sell-by date, and we can use them. We can do a nice meal, or it can be fish, or it can be veg. It's all sorts of different things, dairy produce, all sorts of different things that we use that would otherwise have gone in the bin and have gone in landfill. So we can do that to feed people who, you know, at a very reasonable price. And also, hopefully, by charging a small fee, we can sort of sustain the cafe. We can afford to keep running, you know, the gas, the electric, all the facilities and the overheads. We can continue to run. So it's sort of, they call it a circular economy. So we're sort of putting it back in to get it back out again and keep going. And hopefully, it will continue for a long time, and people will get fed a really wholesome, healthy meal from food that otherwise would have been wasted. It's a big, huge volunteer effort that's sort of led by the wellbeing coordinator and the cook, and they all do an absolutely fantastic job. So if anybody wants to volunteer and you think you've got any experience that might be useful to us, then please feel free to contact us.
Well, that all looks delicious and inspiring. Make sure you come and try out our menu. It changes every week.
Next we're going to hear from Antonia, a mediator in Chapel-en-le-frith, and she's going to tell us about how mediation can assist us in times of conflict, in business, at home, and even with friends.
Mediation offers a highly effective, flexible, voluntary and confidential form of alternative dispute resolution in which a third party, us as mediators, assist parties to work towards a settlement of their disagreement. It's often described as alternative because it's an informal, much quicker, less costly than any court process, and allows the parties to allow for a win-win situation. All our mediators are specially trained and credited by professional bodies. We are ideally placed to help you move on and find a solution to your issues. We have very different backgrounds and experiences between us all, so are well placed to be able to have the expert knowledge and expertise to cover almost any area of dispute. If there's conflict in the workplace, this can cause people to experience feelings of low esteem, a lack of confidence, uncertainty or hopelessness, worrying about what others may think. The conflict does not just affect us as individuals, but also impacts on the wider team, resulting in low morale, reduced productivity, increased absenteeism, and increased staff turnover. People feel uncomfortable and simply just don't want to be there anymore. So what can mediation do? It can address all of this. It allows the option for a quick resolution, helping avoid unnecessary stress and upset, helping preserve key relationships, whether that be with suppliers, customers, or work colleagues, or even neighbours. It encourages a problem-solving mentality and does not apportion blame. It's your process, and therefore you have complete and utter control over the outcome. It's a completely voluntary process. Parties are there by their own free will. Mediation will work best when both parties come to the table with the mentality that they want to resolve the issue, to address the disagreements, and to intentionally find a means of moving forward. It is also a completely confidential process, which most people find really strange. It allows for open, frank, honest conversation in a safe and secure environment, and it allows you to put all your cards on the table without any fear of repercussion. Nothing said or discussed in a mediation can be used for any future proceedings, so it's really a great opportunity for everyone to get everything off their chest. It's an impartial process. You will not be judged as part of the process. The mediator is there to help facilitate a discussion and explore ways to find a compromise, but they're not there to make decisions based on the merit of the dispute or judgment about how certain parties have behaved. Mediation also allows you to think outside of the box and discuss what would work for you. Anything is on the table for discussion in terms of a settlement agreement with mediation, and therefore parties should not hold back from resolving conflict and moving on. The cherry on the cake for me is that it's extremely cost effective when factoring everything in. Not only do the parties split the fees, so both parties are making a financial commitment to the process, giving them a vested interest in the outcome, but when considering other costs involved, it is a fraction of what it would cost to take the dispute all the way through the court process. My aim is to get out into local communities and use the social media platforms that we have to help educate people as much as we can into not only what mediation is, the process that we use, but also the benefits that it can offer.
That's interesting stuff. If you're wanting to get in touch with Antonia or want assistance from one of her team, get in touch by checking out the info in the description, and it'll be on screen now. Lastly, we've got an informative video on Buxton's Fringe Festival and info on how you could volunteer.
So I've been volunteering as part of the Fringe for 5 years, and then last year I was a Fringe manager, and then this year I'm senior manager at the Fringe desk. You meet so many amazing people from doing it. The Fringe is such an excellent opportunity to just get involved, to do new things. There's lots to do as part of the Fringe. There's always jobs to be done, there's always posters to be hung up, people to meet. So many of the different artists and people that are involved in the Fringe come and meet us and come to the Fringe desk, and it's just so amazing to meet these people who have travelled from all over to come and be part of the Fringe, and just to meet people, to be part of it. So I definitely say it's so fulfilling to be volunteering, and being a Fringe manager as well is an amazing job. So I'm so lucky to be part of it, and I'd really recommend it to anyone.
Hi, well I'm Stephanie Billen and I'm the Fringe Marketing Officer, and we're really excited to be having a fantastic Fringe this year. In 2022 it's going to be pretty much 100% live this year after all the disruptions we've had with COVID. We've got one online event, which is interesting that format continues, but mostly it's all live. I think behind me is a massive Floella sculpture, and there's a lot of other sculptures going on in the Pavilion Gardens, but that's just a small aspect of a huge festival this year. We've got theatre, we've got music, we've got comedy, and it's all in this programme here. Spoken word, dance, film, but something in every category which we're really excited about, and it's a children's event. And a lot of things are free as well. On our website, which is www.buxtonfringe.org.uk, we have all the listings, and you can look through the listings in different ways. You can go to the diary section if you know you're here for a particular date and work out what's on that particular day, even the particular categories or particular venues. So you can filter things so it's not too overwhelming.
Just being part of something, you know, especially after the pandemic, things have changed so much, and I think people have been for so long not able to go out and do the things which we all need to do. We all need to laugh and do things we enjoy and watch things and listen to music, and I think just it all starting back up again is so good for everyone. So I think just this year is just, last year things were still a little bit, we still had to wear masks and we couldn't do things in the same way. There wasn't singing allowed, for example, but this year everything's back. We're better than ever, and we're bigger than ever this year as well. So I think it's just amazing to see that again and to be part of something.
We do have around 170 entries this year, which we're thrilled at. It means we're probably back to full strength. So yes, you walk through the search bar where we're standing now towards the restaurant, and then you'll find the Fringe information desk where you can ask all your questions, and we'll be open during Fringe from 10 till 5. And that and free Fringe app, that's probably all you need.
Well, that sounds like great fun.
Yeah, it certainly does. And if you'd like to volunteer for the Fringe, please email info@buxtonfringe.org.uk.
Well, that's it for this month's episode. If you're interested in finding out some more information, please check out our description below.
And make sure you subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on the next edition. It's free, it supports Zink, and it helps us share information to a wider audience. Bye!
Bye!